Okay, it's June 5th, 2024. I'm going to take a little walk through some succulents, cacti, and other nice blooms, fragrant blooms here. It's pretty much the end of the season here for the ice plant. I have several types of ice plant intermingling here, a reddish and a purplish and some daisies. It was very late this year, surprisingly, with all the rain we've had in Southern California. But anyway, you can see that it's beginning to die back, and it'll just revert back to the green. Low water needs, which is really nice. And there's a little one of my dogs right there, and Tangelo, and this is some of my Peruvian apple. Here there was some controversy whether this was San Pedro or not. I decided I'm not going to argue the point, but anyway, I get a lot of cuttings. It falls over. I replant them. It's really nice to regenerate them. So here's just a splash of beautiful color on, and you notice this is an embankment, so they really like to creep over the side. And I have another place where you'll see this also. So beautiful. Again, it's turning brown here, so it's beginning to the flowers will end for the season. So this took about 2 to 3 years to get this started, and I always refresh every spring with some new color in there. So we're going to take a walk up here to something that's unusual. You probably won't find this in your supermarkets anywhere. This is lemonade lemons. I forgot the real name of it, but it's pink lemonade lemons. They're semi-sweet, which I like, and they're pink on the inside. They can be fairly large, and they're semi-sweet, great for drinks, cooking, whatever you like, and great for dehydration. Put a half of one in a glass of water, squeeze it. So it has kind of stripes when it's young. I let it basically fall to the ground, then I know it's ripe. They take a long time. So this has actually been producing for several years. Peach up here, we've had the birds eat the little ones, so we thinned it out and put some netting on it. Hopefully that will prevent it. This is one of my favorite. A lot of people don't like them. Again, if you go in the supermarket, this is like $7 or $8 a pound. These are kumquats. I will harvest them twice a year, and they're just great to munch on. I'm planning on my second attempt at marmalade, kumquat marmalade. So now we're going to walk up to one of my most favorite fragrant trees, and this is the Hong Kong orchid tree. Now, there's different subspecies. I can't tell you which one this is. They are kind of sloppy when they get bigger, but with a lot of leaves drop on the ground and have to rake them up. On the ranch, it's all decomposed in the ground. I don't worry about that. It's also a great hummingbird attractant, and the flowers are beautiful, and the smell, so I got my kumquat here, the smell is absolutely gorgeous. This is maybe about 9-10 feet tall. So we're going to walk up to see some other blooms up here. Another tree that attracts hummingbirds and the like will be your bottlebrush, and of course those are native. Most of those trees in California, eucalyptus, whatever, are all native to Australia. We brought a lot of those in. Some not so good, like the liquid amber, I believe, and the eucalyptus, because they fall easily. So this, been working on straightening this tree out. Anyway, it just bloomed. So this is bottlebrush. Again, there's different species of bottlebrush. This is one. There's really no nectar, I don't believe, but it does attract the hummingbirds, which is nice. So I'm gonna walk up. I enjoy cacti and succulents. Low maintenance, obviously. And here's just some barrel cactus. I had them planted actually, and I almost lost them to the gophers. So got them in pots for now. I'm gonna figure out a plan for them. and some aloe vera, which is blooming up front, and I'll show you, which is an ancient plant used for a lot of different healing properties, especially burns and cosmetics. So I'm going to walk up here now to another row of ice plant. And here are more cuttings, a couple years old, of the Peruvian apple cacti. They bloom, especially after heavy rains. The bees love them. They actually destroy the flower and the petals and everything inside. They just go crazy over them. Here's some more of the end of the season blooms of my ice plant. And again, be careful if you're planting something that you don't know. Get some good advice. What is pet friendly? I have working dogs out here. They're loose all the time. They live out here. We don't want them to eat something, get involved in it, and get ill or worse. One of the things we did find out is fire sticks, which are beautiful out here. I have them outside of my property gate because they are poisonous to people and can be to pets too. So here's some more blooming here. This would be blooming again. So it's just fun. Again, it's all about low water usage if possible. The Hong Kong orchid tree does take more water because it's tropical, but that's okay. And here's probably the best one right here before it all turns brown. Okay, I'm gonna walk up. Another attractant up here is lavender. This is imitation. This is not scented, but the hummingbirds are attracted to it, although I'm not sure there's anything really of substance in it, but they are attracted to it. We'll walk up here. Some daisies, yellow. The lavender I find wild everywhere, but someone planted this before I came here, and it is on drip irrigation. Some of these, they're turning kind of brown now. I just turn the water on, and so bougainvillea, again, I think that's from Australia. That's right by the horse here. I lost a couple of bushes to the gophers. All right, this thing propagates very easily with cuttings, all types of geraniums. We just cut this back a little bit. This is really an attractant right here. This is the desert willow. Yeah, willow tree. I believe this is native. It's beginning. It's going to be blooming right now, and it's really pretty little flowers. And so that's one of the horses there. One of my favorite too is this tree. I can't recall the name. Offhand here, but it'll come to me in a minute. More of these I've propagated. Geraniums, just really beautiful flowers. They're all on drip. They require a little bit more water if you want to keep them going, and it's going to really heat up now as we go into summer. Now, one of my other favorite plants I discovered, a succulent. Again, I don't know the name of it offhand. I saved the buckets and the name, but this right here, very easy to grow, very easy on cuttings to propagate. These beautiful little flowers open during the day, and they close up before nightfall. So I've got a couple of them here. Oh, that tree we just looked at is grape myrtle. That's a red one. They come in white, they come in pink. I like the red, again, for hummingbirds. Okay, here's that plant. I just love this plant. You can see approximate size on my fingers here. And again, it's got all these little balls here that are going to be little plants. Very healthy right now. Low water maintenance. And here's my, like the mother plant here, which is huge. And you can see it's just, oh, we've got some bees here. You know, bees are becoming an issue of possible decline, and extinction would be devastating on all the food sources in the world. Anyway, we got a little bee working here happily. So anyway, we support all the bees. They're friends of ours here. They particularly like the lemon tree. They really go after it. Get a bee right here. There you go. You can see him right there. Okay, and then this is not Peruvian apple. This is a little bit different. It's completely different looking. However, look at these blooms. They only last about 24 hours, sadly, and sometimes they bloom at night, but right now they're blooming. You can see the size comparison, you know, to my hand. I mean, they're huge. I can't even cover it up. So you can see all the petals in there and all the pollen there. So the bees will come in and they'll actually destroy this flower. They'll go in, they'll eat all this inside, and the flower drops. And you can see all the blooms, all those little balls there. They're gonna have maybe 100 blooms. It's really healthy. Also, it's a little place, some birds build their nest every year. And there's just a little garden here for now. I'm not done with it. A couple tomato plants, chilies, peppers, and it's fenced because of the ground squirrels and the gophers, and I'm on gopher watch because it's just terrible, and I can't use any poison because of the dogs. And so and none of those traps really work very well. Now this is something I acquired about, I'm going to say 8 to 10 years ago. So I went downtown San Diego in a high-rise, like 6-8 stories, and this gentleman had this like 5-foot tall cactus in his apartment. Okay, and he wanted to get rid of it, so I had to bring a pickup truck and go in this elevator. It's really hard. Anyway, I'm not sure what variety this is, but this has a different flower, so I know that this is not Peruvian apple like this one we just passed. Anyway, you look way up there, you're going to see the beginning of the blooms. We're going to focus here, way up there. So my estimate is it's about, let's see, I'm over 6, 12. It's about 20 feet, and it's blooming really nicely. So that's kind of a little walk around. Oh, we show you the aloe vera. A lot of people don't know that aloe vera, you know, growing up, my mother would have a plant, would use it like you burn your finger or have acne, or we've had different cultures come and want cuttings because they wanted to use it for their kids' acne or skin irritations. It goes back to the Egyptian times, I understand, and even before, thousands of years. But anyway, did you know they bloom? Yes, they do. And it's starting to bloom. And I'll show you. Okay, this is my, in a barrel. This is the outside of the fence now. So we've got some aloe vera. This is a very large plant. Just to give you a comparison to my hand here. Okay, in a barrel. I do water it when it's really, really dry. However, it compliments me every year by blooming. It's just about done blooming. Then I'll cut those stalks off. Easy to start new plants, put them in the dirt. They're on their own. This is in the callus family over here. This is orange. It really needs more shade, but it's about 3 people to pick up that bucket or to move it someplace, but I'm okay with where it is right now. It will bloom every year. And again, I'm on drip irrigation for my geraniums and my lavender and my daisies back there and my crepe myrtle on this row. So you can see I put that black hose. It's pretty easy to set up, drip irrigation. The only problem is if you have dogs, they dig it up or they want the water, and it's always kind of straightening. So that's kind of a little peek into my world here. And all of this is basically low maintenance for now. And the other thing with the Peruvian apple, well, that's a tongue twister, it's really easy to take a cutting and just start it. So I'll show you. When this gets too heavy, it's gonna fall over, okay? That's gonna fall over, which is okay. I don't tie it off anymore. There's too many of them I have. So I take it, I put it in a pot with maybe about 1/3 of the dirt it needs. Keep it for about, well, maybe a month, and then I just stick it right in the ground, and there's a bunch of them. You can see the background, some I recently planted, and I think that's about it as far as flowering things. And again, all these will flower because of the rains. They don't need any more water. I'm speaking of the cacti, and so this is kind of some of the plants or trees that I have. I have a few citrus, but they're smaller, and I try to keep native things too. And that's kind of it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave in the comment. And of course, always, it's best viewed for pixels and full screen on your computer device. Thanks for watching. Keep that green thumb going.